And I think I also do have to address the reason why you have got your glasses on is because your eyes are so sensitive you can't even face the lights. It's not for swag.
Started harassing a girl. Apparently the girl is one of his friends, either then ex-girlfriend or whatsoever. I don't really know who she is. And then they started harassing her. People started taking videos. As he goes back into the building, he meets up with somebody there. He starts fighting that person for whatever reason. He starts beating the guy to a pulp.
Who's beating the guy?
Themba Mabaso starts beating the guy to a pulp. He almost killed him. He was really killing this guy. He was really killing him. And the guy was begging for mercy. He was saying, I have children, please don't kill me, etc., etc. I get there also. I tried to stop him. I couldn't. He was a monster. I'd never seen anyone like that in my life. His eyes were red. His face was red. He was just, it's like he was gone. It was a wound.
Yeah. Because it's so swollen. I can see. Yeah. Are you able to just take off your glasses for people to just see your face?
Yeah.
So you can see like the black eye and your face is very swollen. You can put them back.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Obviously, the guys can see that I'm somewhat dying. And they've already been beating me to a pulp and I've lost a lot of blood and there's blood everywhere. I definitely want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with Themba from this forward. I even the work that we shot with him, we're not going to be using that footage moving forward. So I don't want anything that associates my work with Themba Mabaso at all. We live in a very dangerous place, Johannesburg. You don't want to start fights with people. You don't want to get into that kind of trouble. Most especially us, we work with a lot of important people, a lot of people that need to protect their brands and their image. So I have no intention whatsoever to put any of those people's brands or businesses in that line of danger. I'll also share footage of Themba actually attacking that guy because I think in this case, people deserve to see the monster that he's become.
Nobody to console me, nobody to call home me. Hey, what the man got toma, but then you got tonga. I've been through well and back. Nobody by my side, nobody to console me, nobody to call home me. Hey, what the man got toma.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, and welcome back to another episode of To Hell and Back. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and also hit the bell. I absolutely love you, okay? Now, if you'd like to also be part of our show, I'm sure that there are numbers here that will pull up. Make sure that you do send a WhatsApp message and my PA will get back to you. If you don't have WhatsApp, we do have an email address, but I will not advise for you to use the email as much because that's with me and I don't reply as quick as they do, okay? But anyway, ninjas, today we are actually here with Michael.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm recovering.
Ne?
Yeah, I'm recovering. It's bad.
Yo?
I went through hell and back, actually.
Ne?
Yeah,
at least you came back.
I did.
And
I'm
at least.
Here, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here, and I think I also do have to address the reason why you have got your glasses on is because your eyes are so sensitive you can't even face the lights. It's not for swag, okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's just get into it. Can you please just tell us who's Michael, where are you from, just a bit of your background.
Yeah, so my name is Michael, but I'm known as a music producer, videographer, and film director. And a lot of people know me as Nicey Beats.
Okay.
In the entertainment business. I'm from Nelspruit in Bombela, in Mpumalanga. And I've been in Joburg for plus 10 years to 13 years now. Yeah, and I've just been based here between Joburg and Cape Town. So I've been working back and forth. I work mostly in the background for film and for television and for independent music artists, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you married? Do you have kids, siblings?
No, I do have siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I have two brothers and a baby sister. She's about 2 years old now.
2?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Was she an oopsie baby?
She
Do you know what an
she,
oopsie baby
she
is?
came unexpected.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
my family's not so big. But it's pretty there's enough of us for us to, look out for each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just been here for as long as I could remember. And arts and visual arts and music, etc., is just things that I'm mainly focused on, and it's things that I do.
Okay. Well, okay, let's get into your story because I don't know if you guys see him, but you are Solin.
Yeah, I'm still
And
recovering.
yeah.
So the incident that I'm going to talk about happened this past weekend on Saturday during the day,
Oh my God.
between the hour of 11 and 12.
Okay.
So just to give you guys a background and to give you a background of what's happening. So I started working with a guy. His name is Themba Mabaso. He gained popularity from a show called Big Brother Mzansi. I just can't recall the season, but I think it was BBM Mzansi season 3 or something.
Okay.
And then he was introduced by a friend of mine. I won't mention his name, but a prominent figure in the entertainment business who introduced me to him to produce music and to film, visual arts for him. Right. And then what had happened was we had started working late last year. Everything was fine. I hadn't seen any signs of violence or him being a bit off. You know what I mean? Anything like that. I guess maybe he was hiding himself, based on what we've experienced recently. And then we started working last year and somewhat in the past weeks as well.
Okay.
And then last Friday, we were shooting a music video with him. I was directing the music video and I was filming the video as well.
Okay.
And then after filming the music video, we went back to my studio.
Okay.
It's a music studio and it's also an editing studio
Okay.
for visuals.
Okay.
So we had dumped the footage. We hung out for a little bit. He started recording some social media videos, behind the scenes and whatsoever. And then he went out. Where my studio is based, there's prominent clubs outside, so it's an entertainment area.
Okay.
People can go out and party, and it's a pretty fairly busy place.
Okay.
So he had went out. Obviously, he's an adult. We don't keep up with what he's doing, who he's with, etc., etc. He had come with two of his friends. The first friend, his name is Itumeleng. The second one is apparently is a music promoter from the UK. Her name is Princess.
Okay.
She's white, but I think she's based here in South Africa.
Okay.
So they had come together to us as we're doing the whole video and everything like that. So later on, when we went back to the house, he then went out and he started squabbling with people outside. I then had heard from a friend of mine that outside he was fighting with his friend's then ex-girlfriend. Then he started harassing her. People started taking videos. And as all of this is happening, I'm inside the house.
So wait, sorry, Ne, I'm so sorry to cut you. I just want to understand. So at this point, you guys have moved from the studio.
No.
You're still.
I'm at the studio.
You're
he
at the
leaves,
okay.
And then he goes out.
Okay.
Then he starts fighting with people outside.
Okay.
Right? And he was going with these two friends of his.
Okay.
Right? And then he started harassing a girl. Apparently, the girl is one of his friends, either then ex-girlfriend or whatsoever. I don't really know who she is. And then they started harassing her. People started taking videos out. All this is happening outside. And then he goes back into the building. As he goes back into the building, he meets up with somebody there. He starts fighting that person for whatever reason. Right? They start fighting. He starts beating the guy to a pulp.
Who's beating the guy?
Themba Mabaso starts beating the guy to a pulp. He almost killed him. Right? My friend who's with me here was there, and he also witnessed some of that that whole fight.
What was he using?
His hands, his legs, his feet, his body, everything.
The guy he was beating, was he like just a smallish guy? Because
Yeah, he was.
yeah,
very
because
tiny.
okay, I don't know. From pictures, he doesn't look big.
Yeah, he's fairly a bit tall
Okay.
compared to the guy that he was beating up.
Okay.
So he was really killing this guy. You know, he was really killing him. And the guy was begging for mercy. He was saying, "I have children. Please don't kill me," etc., etc. So my friend saw that the situation is not stopping. Then he ran to the house, to the studio, to call me.
Your friend that you're talking about is him?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, yeah,
So
he
he
is here
came
with
to
his
call
friend.
me to say, "Hey, Themba's killing this guy. You know, maybe if you come, we can stop him from hurting this guy, right?" I get there also. I tried to stop him. I couldn't. He was a monster. You know, I'd never seen anyone like that in my life. His eyes were red. His face was red. He was just, it's like he was gone. You know, he even scared me at some point. You know, I was really frightened by like just
What
seeing
you
him like
saw.
that. Yeah, I'd never seen him like that. You know, prior, I haven't worked with him for those amount of weeks. I had never seen anyone like that, specifically him in that kind of condition. So it was really, really bad, and it was gruesome. The guy started bleeding, etc., etc. I then tried to go back to the house to see if I can maybe get security or whatsoever. And then after some time, he then, for some reason, stopped beating the guy, right? And then he then met up with his friends that were also there during the fight. And then they got on the Uber and then they left.
How many were they?
It was two of them.
Two, okay.
So
The ones that he was with, the
Yes.
lady and
And the guy. Yes.
Okay.
So they leave. Obviously, as they leave, is shouting. I also have a voice recording of him shouting at his friends. I'll share that with you. And we also managed to get a small piece of footage of Themba actually attacking the guy. He was able to find a blind spot because I think maybe he's somebody who's used to cameras because of the show. So all those cameras in the building, he was able to find a blind spot, right? So that when he's attacking the guy, people aren't really able to see on camera.
But
we've
you were
managed
able to get something.
Yeah. I was able to go to security and we managed to salvage a small few seconds of him attacking the guy. I'll share that with you as well.
Okay.
And then all of this is happening in the morning on Saturday in the AMs between 4 and 6 in the morning, right? And then by 6, he's gone. My friends were supposed to shoot two music videos in the Northwest at that day. So I decided to get some rest. My friends went to get outfits to prep up, obviously, for our shoot. And then I was alone. So my friends had left. I was alone in the house. And then around between the hour of 11 and 12, I'm hearing the door banging, right? And I'm wondering, okay, who's that? And I'm also a little tired because I was sleeping. I wake up. As I open the door, there's a bunch of guys at the door trying to force entry inside, right? And they keep saying, "We're going to kill you. We're going to shoot you today. You're going to die. You know, where's Themba? Where's your friend? You know where he is. Tell us the location. Tell us where he is because we know what he did to our friend," right? So as they saying all of this, they trying to force entry into the house. And mind you, we work with expensive equipment and all that. So I'm trying to now keep these guys from getting inside the house,
Yeah.
right? So, but me not knowing that I'm being ambushed also, I definitely managed to make sure that they don't get in the house. I lock the house. Then I lead them downstairs to the ground floor. We get on the elevator. They keep threatening me. "We're going to kill you. We're taking you to Soweto today. We're going to kidnap you. You know, you're not coming back until you tell us where Themba is. He's your friend. You know, you're going to tell us where he is." They just keep shouting and shouting and shouting, right? And then we get to the ground floor. As the elevator opens, there's a whole lot of them there, right? They start really scrambling and making a lot of noise. And then from there, one starts hitting me and the other starts jumping in. And then the rest of them just continued hitting me. I started bleeding. There was a lot of people there, civilians. There were babies. There were children. There were women. They didn't care. None of that mattered to them. They attacked me, the security. There was only one security that tried to stop them, but the rest of the security in the building did not do anything. Actually, as a matter of fact, they did not want to have any part of what was going on. So they really, really hurt me really badly. I lost a lot of blood. At some point, I was starting to really get unconscious because they were attacking me in different sides from my back, from the front. Some were hitting me from here, from my chest, from my thighs.
Because I also see your hand.
Yeah, even
it's
here on my
swollen.
hand, I'm actually,
I
this is a
don't
wound.
know. Yeah.
Right?
Can you
Yes.
be able to put it closer to the
Yeah.
camera there?
Yeah, so this is a wound.
Yeah, because it's so swollen.
Yeah,
I can
it is.
see.
Yeah.
Are you able to just take off your glasses for people to just see your face?
Yeah, they can see.
So you can see the black eye, and your face is very swollen. You can put them back.
Thank you. So all of this is happening. Themba's not there. He ran away. Okay, obviously the guys can see that I'm somewhat dying, and they've already been beating me to a pulp, and I've lost a lot of blood, and there's blood everywhere, everywhere. And they're trying to drag me out of the building because they wanted to take me to Soweto, because they were convinced that I knew where Themba was, right? And then after that, obviously, some people from the building started to intervene and to try to, slow it down and stop them. So they had gone out from the foyer. They went outside of the building and they started shouting, "He must come out. You guys must let him come out. We want to kill him today. We're taking him to Soweto," all of that, right? He's going to tell us where his friends is. After that, some people that I know from the building, I think they were going out. As I was downstairs after the incident, they see me. Obviously, they're in shock. "Hey, are you okay? What's going on?" I tell them what's going on. They say, "Okay, let's call the police. Come to me, to my apartment. You can be safe there for a little bit." And then we'll call the police so long. We waited for 30 minutes for the police to come there. And then one of my friends then had gone to the nearest police station, managed to get a document. I think it's called a J88 or something like that. Then he brought it to me. Then he said, "Hey, look, keep this document. They say you must take this to the hospital when you're getting checked out and everything." And he also said they say they're gonna bring a police van for you to maybe go to the police station, make a statement, right? Okay. After 30 minutes later, the police arrive. They pick me up from the building. They take me to the nearest police station, which is GP's town, GP police station. When I get there, the police aren't helping. I'm bleeding. I'm swollen. I'm confused. I'm hurt. I'm experiencing all kinds of pain. They can see, and they're saying, "No, you just need to go to the hospital. The van that dropped you off here is gone. So there's nothing we can do. Just try find your way to get to the hospital." Okay. From there, I then figure out a way to get to the hospital. I go to Helen Joseph. I think it's a public hospital. When I get there, they can see that I'm obviously bleeding, I'm bruised and all of that. They tell me, "Look, if it's an emergency, then we can attend to you. But for now, you have to go to Hillbrow Clinic, sorry. And there they will then tell us if this it's an emergency.
The situation is emergency enough for you to come back here."
Yes, right. And then they say they'll write a transfer letter and then they'll assign an ambulance and all of that. And then you will be brought here. So right now, there's nothing we can do to help you. You have to go there. Okay. I get a car and then I go to Hillbrow Clinic. When I get there, somebody's dying there, is laying on the floor, is dying. There's a girl that was dying. There's a guy that was standing on the line. His eye was out. He was cut here. He was bleeding. Okay, I get there. I didn't do a file because it was my first time there. I do a file. I file. Okay, they tell me to go sit there. So I'm sitting amongst this guy whose eyes come out and he's bleeding, right? So I'm there for 5 minutes. So I'm hearing these other ladies that were also there to get help. They're saying, "Yeah, why are they not helping this lady that's lying on the floor? Because she's sick. She's, you can tell she's dying. She needs medical attention right now." So as all of this is happening, I'm thinking to myself, Yes, I'm bruised and everything and all of that, but she really needs attention right now, and she's not being attended to.
What about me?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, you know what, let me just go. You know, I then go back home. My friends obviously arrive. A lot of my friends arrive. They're finding out the story now. They want to make sure I'm okay, you know, all of that and stuff. And we make a plan for me to go to a private hospital. I think I went to Life Brenthurst Hospital in Parktown.
Okay.
Right. I get there. They treat me and everything. And then after that, I go back home. Right. And then on Sunday, I had to go to Sandton for a shoot, right? So I was wearing this very same balaclava, so I'd covered myself. They asked me if I was able to do the shoot, and I said, okay, maybe I can try because I don't want to postpone this. So I'd gone to Sandton to do the shoot. I did the shoot, and after the shoot, I'd figured out that, you know what, let me go to the nearest police station here to file the J88. Right, because I'd also found out that those guys have friends with police, the guys that attacked me, apparently dangerous guys and all of that, and they know some police and things like that. So I can't really go to GP police station, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, since I'm in Sandton, let me go to Sandton police station. So on Sunday night, I get to Sandton police station. I file the document, and then I obviously they write my statement. I let them know everything. And then they tell me that, okay, look, we are going to open the case for you here. We won't chase you away because you're already here, but you're supposed to open the case that side,
GP, yeah.
right? I said, okay. They said, okay, so we'll open the case
And transfer it.
and transfer it that side. Okay, I say, okay, that's fine. Then I leave, right? And then what I also found out as I was traveling to Sandton before I went to the police station, I found out that Themba Mabaso had posted me on Instagram, right? So he posted a video of me and him before the incident and before he attacked
that guy.
right? And mind you, those guys attacked me because they were looking for him. And then what they kept shouting also was, "Where is he? You know where he is. Give us his location." Right. And then one of my friends had also called him after the incident to say, "Hey, look, you need to come back here and stand for what you did because now you put our friend into trouble. You know, our friend is hurt." So he knew about the situation. And obviously he had beat up that guy, so he knew exactly what he was doing, you know, even when he ran. So he posts me on Instagram on Sunday. Right. Obviously, the video gets a certain number of views and all of that. And then obviously I start getting concerned. You know, my friends are calling me, "Hey, we went to Themba's page on Instagram. You are on top there, you know, on the page." And I'm saying, okay, that's very life-threatening for me because now
you don't know what kind of stuff this guy does. And, you know, association, I mean, already what
Exactly.
you've gone through.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking maybe those guys now that attacked me are going to think that me and Themba are together now since he posted me the day after those guys had attacked me.
Wait, so when he posted you, this was after they attacked you?
This is after. So they attacked me on Saturday. He's posting me on Sunday after.
And he already knew that you got attacked.
Of course, he knew. He knew that I got
Did he
attacked.
contact you?
No, he did not.
He just posted you.
He just posted me, which was very concerning for me.
Yeah.
Right? So after that, okay, I start doing a bit of research. Then I found out that there's an act in the police department called the Popia Act, where you can't post certain things without certain people's consent. So my intention now is to go and definitely open a case against Themba for putting my life in danger, apart from actually getting me hurt on Saturday, but also risking, you know, my information, my face, and my social media accounts and my platforms online by posting me on his platform on Instagram, right? So on Tuesday, which was yesterday, I go to, before I go to Sandton, because I had opened the case there, right? So I say, let me go do a follow-up. So in the afternoon, around maybe somewhat 3 down, I get multiple calls, right, from an unknown number, directly and via WhatsApp.
Okay.
And then I get multiple messages saying, "Hey, this is Detective Monama. from Sandton Police Station. Obviously, I haven't received a case number, by the way. So I'm still kind of thinking, okay, I haven't released a case number, but I'm already talking to a detective. Okay, let me talk to this person and see what they're saying, right? Since they're saying they're Detective Manama from Sandton Police Station, so I'm thinking, what are the odds, right? I talk to this person on WhatsApp, and they say, look, let's talk on the phone directly. We talk on the phone directly. Sounds like a very old man, like a grown man. He's asking me questions. What happened? Okay. Do you know the people that attacked you? Do you know their names, etc., etc.? Do you have evidence of some sort? Forward me whatever that you have on my WhatsApp number that I sent you. I said, okay, that's fine, right? But then I think to myself, I haven't really received this case number. So I said to this supposedly detective, can you send me a case number, because I haven't received it, right?
Yeah.
And we're already talking. He stops talking to me from there, right? So this is probably 3 down, 4 to 5. Then around 10:30
At night?
I go to Sandton Police Station.
Okay.
Right? When I get there, I'm hoping that I find this detective, or if I don't, they can solidify him and I can get credibility that he is an actual detective.
Yeah.
Right? When I get there, this detective doesn't exist. Right? So I show them the WhatsApp messages. I show the face, because he has a profile picture. They say they don't know this person. And then the other police officer says, well, yeah, we know it's a scam. You're being scammed. It's not real. There's another girl that's got scam money. That person is probably going to ask money from you. So don't send money or anything. But yeah, just leave that. It's just a scam. Okay, it's just a scam. Very concerning, right? One of the police officers asked for my phone. I show them the WhatsApp chats, and then they take a picture with their phone, right, of my screen.
The conversation, yes.
Right. They take a picture and they said, "No, just leave it. It's it's a scam. Blah 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 blah." Yeah, they just brushing it off, right? Okay. Then I speak to one of the constables there and I say, "Okay, so can I please have a case number?" Right? I know that this detective is not real now; it's fake. Give me a case number.
Yeah.
Okay. She provides me with 2 numbers, right? And I can't tell which is which. But I take it, she writes it on a paper, and she says, look, from now on, just go to GP Police Station. Everything that has to do with this case is going to be transferred there. So don't come here, right? Just go there. I said, okay, no, that's fine. Then I said, okay, so hold on. How did this person
Get my numbers
get my number?
and know that
my
I opened a
name,
case
right,
in Sandton.
my name, my surname, my contact details, and they know that I opened a case here in Sandton. And then she just had nothing to say for herself, and that goes for the rest of the police officers that were there at that time, that attended to me asking the questions of who's this so-called detective, right? And obviously they're not addressing the thing, we're not getting real answers. And then, we ended up leaving. So now, in the current position that I'm in, I'm still waiting to get an investigation officer from GP Police Station, which I hope I do. The case numbers that I was given at Sandton Police Station, I want to take that after this interview. I want to go to GP Police Station and give them those numbers to check for me on the system if the case is actually registered and it's real and it's there, right? Because I'm still in danger as we speak right now. And that's part of why I also wear this mask. When I was leaving, I had to put it on also so that those guys don't see me, because they're still looking for Themba. Themba is nowhere to be found right now till today. I was lucky enough that one of my friends he knows one of his uncles who's also a well prominent and respected actor. So we were able to get on a call with him, and I was able to explain the whole incident and the attack and what Themba had done and etc. So he said he's going to try on his side also to find out Themba's whereabouts for him to also take accountability of what he's done, because it's also not a good look for him, as you know, he's in the line of work of entertainment and etc. You know, and people know him as Themba's uncle. You know, so he did send his apologies to me, and he was also very disturbed by this entire thing and Themba's behavior and all of that. And then he said when he finds out where this man is, and he's also going to speak to Themba's family to find out if they know where he is, you know, so they can then take action to either take him to a police station or contact me. We go to a police station or whatsoever, because those guys they still want revenge. You know, he almost killed their friend. You know, so even right now, I'm not out of the woodwork. Like, my life is still in danger. You know, and coming to this platform is for me to have the opportunity to speak my truth and share the story with people, to know that Themba is not the kind of man that you should trust.
And I think also to let the guys know that you have nothing to do with him.
Of course, you know, that's also for me to clear that out, because there's a lot of prominent people and incredible people and talented people that I've been working with in the entertainment space, and I have to, you know, ensure that I share with all these people through platforms like this that I had nothing to do with what Themba had done, you know, to a point where it got me attacked. You know, I became a victim of his wrongdoings, and God knows what Themba's doing right now as we speak.
So now, I mean, I'm so sorry that you went through all that, right?
Thank you.
Do you know the guy that Themba attacked? Did you ever find out why the attack happened? Were they fighting and he lost and he overpowered him? Who attacked who? Who started?
Yeah, so when I was asking questions about the whole thing and how it started, is Themba is the one that laid a hand on the guy first, right? Because apparently he's a very violent person. There's a friend of mine that I also won't mention his name. He's also a prominent person in entertainment business. He called me and he said, look, be careful of Themba. And he called me 2 days before we shot the video and 3 days before the incident happened to me, right, on Saturday. So he said, look, be careful of that guy. He's very violent. He's very dangerous, because on his reality show, his then girlfriend or baby mama had revealed that she was being abused, apparently, by him. And apparently he was also addicted to drugs or whatsoever, right? So I was obviously shocked to find out this information, because I'm not somebody who watches television, and, you know, I don't really keep up with public figures and their lives and what's really going on. So that came as a shock for me, because Themba had posed himself to us as somebody who's a really good person, who's understanding, who's caring, you know, who's very loving and you know, just wants to be creative and wants to be around people that are also in that kind of line of work, you know. So I had nowhere in my mind thought that this guy could be as violent as we've seen on the footage of the security, and obviously the things that we've heard about him already, you know, after my incident. So I definitely have to you know, share with everyone out there that be careful of this guy. If he's trying to work with you, just vet him first and verify, you know, do a bit of research, just find out what you're getting yourself into, because I did not do that, and I almost lost my life because of this guy. You know, even right now as we speak, my life is still in danger because those guys are still looking for revenge.
You did say that when you went there and Themba was attacking that guy,
Yes.
his eyes were red,
Yes,
his face was red. The way that he was,
it was a
did
monster.
he seem like someone that was on something?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly what he was on, but I know that he was drunk. That I know for sure. He was definitely drunk.
Okay.
If he was on something else, I did not see him on that or any shape or form.
I mean, even alcohol is on
Yes.
something.
Yes.
If you're drunk, you're on
Absolutely.
something. You
Yeah,
understand? Some sort of
absolutely.
substance or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But apparently, from what I've heard from other people anonymously, is that he's somewhat apparently been dealing with a drug problem. You know, and this is information that I did not know. My close friends did not know. People that we work with closely, had no idea about this. And I can tell you right now for free, as somebody who's seen him in the act, that was not normal. That was not normal. That was inhumane. I would not advise for anyone to be close to that person. And I'm very disturbed to know that this guy has children. Haven't seen him act like that towards another human being, and putting my life in danger. And to think this guy is a family man and he's got children, I could only wonder what's going on there.
These guys, when they came, I saw the footage. That was a lot of people. At that point, I couldn't even differentiate, like, okay, this is, like, it was just a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
How many guys would you say approximately were there?
10 to 15 guys.
10 to 15 guys.
Yeah.
What did they use to come there? Did you see the mode of transport that they used?
A friend of mine told me that there's a white car that they had parked outside.
What kind of a car?
I think it's a Toyota Otis or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Right? They had parked the car, but I don't know because there was a lot of them. So obviously they can't fit in the car. So maybe some of them got there with other means of transport. Right, yeah.
So when you were getting attacked, did you see the guy that Themba attacked?
I did see him.
He was there.
Absolutely. And he's actually the one that actually fumed all of those guys to actually hurt me. Because he kept saying, that's your friend and you were there. I saw you there. And I said to him, my friend called me because this guy was attacking you. And when I got here, I tried to
help you.
Yeah, I tried to stop Themba. And you're the one today saying that I was there and because now you're looking for revenge and you want your friends to hurt me and you know that I had nothing to do with that and I did not touch you or do anything to you in any shape or form. And they still attacked me otherwise.
So that guy that Themba attacked, his identity is unknown right now?
Is definitely unknown. I do not know if he went to the police station to lay a charge against Themba. I have no idea. But what I don't think so. Yeah, but what I do know is those guys are definitely looking for that man. And they could even come back to me because I don't even know how they knew where I was living. To a point where I started to suspect that maybe Themba set me up. Maybe Themba knows those guys.
Your studio, is it not at the building you live at?
It is.
Is it not the same apartment?
It is.
So I think what may perhaps, because the attack happened outside. So maybe they did just ask.
Yeah,
or this guy that is like, that looks like this, and someone innocently told them, or this is where he stays and stuff like that. But then also now, concerned with safety, your building does not have any security measures for people to come to your...
Which is the crazy part about it is they just changed the system. They just installed a biometric system where in order for you to come in, you need to use codes and things like that. If you have visitors, you send them codes and things like that. But none of that worked because those guys managed to get inside of there. Whether they were working with security or whether they threatened the security or whatever they did to get in there, they got in and they got to where I was at and they wanted to break in and steal the equipment that was there. And I had to try protect that. I had to make sure that they don't get inside of there. And then eventually they ambushed me when we were downstairs with them, and it was a lot of them. I was one man. It was almost 15 of them. There was nothing I could do.
Do you think at first you thought maybe you could just have a conversation with them?
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
The reason being is because first and foremost, I'm innocent.
Yeah.
I did not do anything to anyone. And if they needed me to help them, either get...
Track Themba.
Of course I would.
You could have helped them because you
Absolutely.
saw what happened.
Absolutely. I definitely want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with Themba from this forward. I even the work that we had shot with him, we're not going to be using that footage moving forward. So I don't want anything that associates my work with Themba Broly Mabaso at all.
So, today as we're shooting, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
This incident happened on Saturday.
This past
Has
weekend.
Themba ever contacted you?
No. He only posted me on Instagram.
On Sunday.
And which I'm assuming he knows exactly what he's doing. He's trying to sacrifice my life.
Did you contact him to ask him to put down the video?
No. I spoke to a friend of mine and I told his uncle to contact him.
Okay.
to put down the video because I have no intentions of directly talking to Themba.
And did he put it down?
No.
So it expired.
That video still, it's a post.
It's still up even now.
Yes, he made it a post. He made it a story earlier on the day, on Sunday, and then later on the day, he made it an actual post.
So do you think he made it an actual post after he was contacted to say put it down? He was like, I'm gonna put it as a post.
Of course, I wouldn't think twice. You know, from what I've learned and from what I've experienced from this entire thing, is that Themba is very self-absorbed and he doesn't care about anyone but himself, and he's actually very dangerous. You could be working with him thinking that everything is all right, and then later on to find out that your life is in danger.
Yo, this whole thing, I mean, I obviously, I have so many questions, and I feel like obviously you wouldn't know, because I'm asking myself, like, you wouldn't just, could you really just meet someone and start like attacking them? Do these people have a history together?
It
Do
seems
they
like that.
know each other maybe from before? And so, you know, because it really honestly just does not make sense. And I think definitely, you know, working with people that associate with people that believe that taking the law into their own hands is the way to go puts your life in danger.
Of course, you know, we live in a very dangerous place, Johannesburg. You know, you don't want to start fights with people. You don't want to get into that kind of trouble. Most especially us, we work with a lot of important people, a lot of people that need to protect their brands and their image. So I have no intention or whatsoever to put any of those people's brands or businesses in that line of danger. You know, so I was very disturbed and very disappointed and hurt, you know, to find out that Themba is that self-absorbed, that he can do all of that and still not take accountability of his actions and the wrong that he has done, you know.
So with the footage that was there, did you manage to get like a clear picture of the guy that got attacked by Themba? Because he clearly is the one that knows who all those other guys are.
Absolutely. So I've definitely managed to salvage footage from the security of the guy that Themba attacked, footage of my attackers, and footage of me actually being attacked by all of those guys. Definitely.
Yeah, which the only unfortunate part is, you know, YouTube has such strict rules when it comes to violence. So unfortunately, we won't be able to put it up. But if you can put it up, like even if it's if you're comfortable, you can put it in any platform. I can be able to take it there, and I can post it on Twitter, and I can also post it on. I think also TikTok is quite strict, so you can go follow me on Twitter. It's Owamie, and then I can be able to put the footage there, because on YouTube, you know, YouTube has rules. They would just take the video down because wow.
Yeah, it's very gruesome. It's very gruesome. Yeah, I'll definitely put it up online, and then I'll share the video with you.
Then I can be able to reshare it,
Yes,
obviously.
I think definitely people deserve to see what happened to me. As sad as it is for me to watch myself being hurt like that, it's very disturbing and it's traumatic. And I'll also share footage of Themba actually attacking that guy, because I think in this case, people deserve to see the monster that he's become.
No, 1,000%.
Yeah,
definitely 1,000%. This is just crazy, hey? I mean, when you came and you said I was like, I don't know who this guy is. You showed me the picture. I'm like, oh, I know him.
Right.
He is who's baby mama. I don't want to get you into this, girl, because, you know, you ain't part of this. But I mean, he has a show of stuff like that. It's just not someone that I've ever followed or been interested in any of the stuff that he actually does. But that's definitely a side of him that I obviously am also just getting to know about now, which is quite crazy, you know.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. I mean, you know, this is teaching me a lot, and it's teaching most of our friends a lot, that there's a lot of creative people out there or popularized people out there, and some of them don't use their popularity to do the right things, to push the right narrative out there, to push positive awareness. He's doing none of that. And we've seen with what he's done. You know, to me, to the guy that he attacked that ended up calling his friends to come and attack me. And he's not even taking accountability. He didn't even use his platform to go online to say, hey guys, this is what happened. There's somebody I was working with. They ended up getting hurt. I hope they're getting help. I'm trying to reach out to them, you know, to see if to ensure that they do get help. And I also take accountability of my actions. He's also not showing any sense of remorse. to what he's done. He's somebody who seems like he doesn't really care.
Or also like putting a PSA out there to say, guys, that guy has nothing to do with me and my actions and what I've done. So leave him alone, come for me. You understand? Because clearly you gotta pay for your sins.
Exactly.
It really is something that is very unfair and also very disappointing. I mean, again, I feel I don't think there's much that the SAPS can do now, and it disappoints me. Like, it's like, oh, this is who you guys are, because you cannot tell me that you went to Senton police station, you opened a case, and all of a sudden somebody has your details, has everything about you, and then you go there and they tell you, oh, it's a scam, and it's being spoken like, or even someone else got scammed. Who's leaking all this information to the scammers then? Because if you're giving your information to the police, you do expect for them to keep your information.
Yeah. Absolutely. That was very concerning, very, very concerning. But I'd realized that after having asked those questions, that who could have leaked the information here, they have nothing to say for themselves. I'm not getting answers. So it's pretty redundant for me to keep asking the same question over and over again. So I had stopped asking and then I left. So now the only thing I'm really praying and hoping for is that I do get justice for what had happened to me. Those culprits that actually attacked me, knowing exactly that I did not do anything and I'm innocent, need to be found and they need to get arrested. And when I share this video, and if anyone out there is able to, in any shape or form, able to identify or share a name of who either of those people are, please, they can come forward, they can share that information anonymously. They don't have to tell us who they are, but they can say that I know that person. This is
who they are. Yeah. And I think they stay in Soweto.
Yes.
Because of they kept on saying we'll take you to Soweto.
Yeah.
So we're just suspecting that maybe they are from Soweto. So please just, look out. Make sure that you do go to like Twitter, because I know on Twitter will put out, because I know TikTok also now, they kind of have strict rules and everything. But I feel like the footage will definitely go viral. So the other thing again that you can do is that I will have your handles here, right? And then you can go to his page. I don't know which page you're gonna use. Are you gonna use Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah,
Twitter.
I'm gonna use Twitter.
Okay.
Yes. So on Twitter, it's NiceSA. At Twitter.
At Twitter. Yeah. So just go to this. I'm sure the handle will either be here or it will either be there. Go there to Twitter, and also I will retweet.
Yes.
And then so you can also go to mine, which is Owamie. So I'll just have two of them here, and then if you want to watch the footage, you can actually go there. The only reason why I'm not putting them here is because of the violent nature, and YouTube is strict with those rules.
Yes.
But wow, like I'm really so sorry. Hey.
Thank you so much. I'll also share footage of me after their attack, although it is very gruesome because there's a lot of blood and everything. So for certain people that are very sensitive, they don't have
disclaimer.
to watch it. Yes. But yeah, it was really, really, really bad. I'd never experienced anything like that in my life, and I hope I don't moving forward. And I'm very grateful to God that I'm still here and I'm alive, and I still have an opportunity to come to platforms like this and share my story.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think if there's anything that maybe we can just learn now is that association, guys, is really like, it's a huge thing. And sometimes when maybe you are like a producer and someone is coming and they're like, I want to work with you. And you're like, I need this. I need a police clearance. I need this. I need that. Some people look at you and think, oh, you're so dramatic. You think you're all that. But no, safety really, honestly, is a huge thing. Hey?
Of course.
It really is.
Absolutely. I mean, I had to learn the hard way. I didn't vet Themba, Broly Mabaso. I didn't vet him in any shape or form because obviously the person that brought him is a very great friend of mine. He's very credible. He's never done any of these type of things. I know he's not that kind of a person.
Yeah.
So obviously I overlooked that, on vetting Themba because obviously I trust my friend and I work with him on a regular basis. So same goes for him. He didn't know anything.
Yeah.
As all of this is happening and as I'm finding out certain things about Themba, he's also finding out certain
and
things
shocked
about him.
as well,
Shocked,
I'm sure.
So,
I think the only thing that I can say, and this is just advice that I'll give you and also give anyone that is out there, I know that it can be very expensive. It can be a lot. It is a lot. Not that it can be a lot. I also go through it, right? try separate your business from your residential area.
Right.
It is not. It may be expensive. I mean, I have this studio. I'm paying for this.
Right.
I have a place where I stay. I'm
Yeah.
paying for that.
Right.
But I literally just do that for safety. Because a workplace, anybody comes.
Right.
You understand? Your residential area should be a place that is more private. They would have come to your workplace and
Right.
not found you. You
Right.
know, maybe a situation would have been
Yeah, it was
different.
different. Yeah.
But I think it also just happens in that thing of when you've never experienced anything, sometimes it just seems like I don't really need that until the day it happens.
Yeah.
You know, not so long. Actually, like 2 weeks back, I got all my equipment stolen. This is
my God,
all
I'm so
new
sorry about
equipment,
that.
like everything
I'm
here,
so
all
sorry about
cameras,
that.
everything. Like literally lost so much money. And I had been like, oh, I'm gonna get insurance. I even quoted, and I was like, I'll get it. You never think you need that until it happens. The day everything was gone, I was like, damn it, I don't have insurance. You understand?
I'm so sorry about
No, it's okay. But I'm just simply saying that, better be safe than sorry. I think with this, maybe, do get a different residential area. If
course.
you also have to move your studio, get somewhere with,
Yeah, definitely. We are definitely considering, as soon as possible, moving from that area because, I mean, those
You're
guys
not
could come.
safe.
Yeah, those guys
Yeah.
could come back, and also the building is just not safe if people can get in numbers like that.
1,000%.
And attack someone, and nobody does anything about it. That means you could die right there and then.
Yeah.
And people will be taking out their phones
And recording.
you know what I mean, for whatever content or whatsoever. So definitely taking that advice. We're definitely moving out of there, finding a safer location, a safer place.
Yeah.
And definitely considering also, separating the two,
Yeah.
so that whoever you work with, although you may not know them that well, but they don't know exactly where you live. So if anything were to happen, they only know the workplace, but they don't know your residential and private space where you actually live. So yeah, thank you for that advice.
Yeah. Well, okay. No, thank you so much for coming. I'm sure maybe one day when you're fully healed, you can come and we can just talk about your work. I don't want to put it in there. That's why I didn't get too much into your work.
And
But
there's so much talk
do you
about,
understand?
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
your work is something that is very interesting. Like what artists have you worked with, stuff
Yes,
like that
yeah.
would have gone there. But obviously, read the room, ninjas, read the room. We'll get him back. What would be your final advice? Not your final. That sounds too permanent. What would be your advice as we are wrapping up to anybody that is out there?
Yeah, to anybody that's out there, I'd say, just be careful of who you surround yourself with. Just be a bit more wary. Even sometimes when, you meet someone for the first time and then you get that gut feeling, but you don't pay attention to it because you're like, you know what, maybe, it's fine. Don't shut that voice out. Believe that gut feeling and act on it immediately, because that's what I did not do. When I met Themba for the first time, I had it somewhere in there, but I didn't act on it. So that would be my biggest thing, that, just listen to that inner voice, and God is good, all the time. And guys,
All
just
the
don't
time.
forget to pray, because I'm alive and I'm here today because of God. So thank you so much to everybody that was listening to my story, and keep safe out there, guys. It's not safe nowadays. And take care of yourselves, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you should get a protection order, hey?
Absolutely. After this, I'm definitely going to the police station to file everything else that I haven't filed as of yet. As for Themba posting me without my consent, I definitely have to look into that, and I have to make sure that I obviously get a protection order to this person, because it's very violent. He could do it to me.
So the advice I'd give, because I do have a protection order against someone, the best and the quickest way, you compile all the evidence. So the video that is there, I don't know if he's going to delete when he sees this, but, you still have the chance now. You can take a screenshot of his page, print it out, have proof of everything. The videos that were there, take screenshots here and there, print that out, and then have it go to any magistrate court early in the morning, like very early in the morning, before 8 a.m. And then go there, ask for where you can go for, if you want a protection order against someone, they will direct you. When you get there, they'll give you a form, you fill that, and then you attach everything. You do then get a temporary restraining order or a protection order. But the issue is you need to know where Themba lives. Because now that's what you need to take to the police station for him to get served, and then there'll be a date at which you both are supposed to go and see the magistrate so that he can grant you the final protection order to say, I don't want you posting about me, I don't want you talking about me because you're putting my life in danger.
Right.
So I think that's just maybe where his uncle can come in. Maybe they'll be able to find information.
Yeah.
And anyway, this information is for anybody that is out there and you want to get a protection order against somebody. But thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for sharing your story.
I appreciate
Ninjas, please stay safe out there. And wow, I don't even know what to say. Like at this point, I'm also scared of him.
Yeah, I'd advise for everybody to be scared of him. I'm not even saying this is a joke. Be scared of that guy. Do not associate yourself with that man. He's very, very dangerous. He's unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do next.
Yeah. So thank you, ninjas. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Mwah. Bye.